Hello and welcome to the brick review. Full disclosure, this item was sent to me for free for review. They didn't say I had to say anything, they forced me to say anything, so the opinions are my own, but I did get this set for free. And since I got this set for them for review, if you like what you see here and are interested in some of their other designs and stuff, links below to their Amazon page as well as their own shopping page for a 15% discount code. So if you like what you see here, you can check out their stuff. So this comes from JMBricklayer, and the company that they've had is Top Toy, but the Chinese name just says China Brick. Ages 14 and up, yes, I think that is correct. This set is not the easiest to build, even for myself, and we have 827 pieces. This box is quite filled. When I opened it, it felt very, very full. All of the context and information are on the back, that's good. More information on the back, slightly different languages, manufactured in Shenzhen, makes sense. And yeah, replacement parts email, so that's very good of them. Inside the set, we do have some spare pieces, always good to see, as well as a brick separator. Actually, a few more spare pieces, but I just decided to find a slot on the actual build just to plug it on there. See here, this instruction booklet is quite thick. There are a lot of steps here because there are a lot of tiny pieces that come together to put this together. Or it's full color printed and looks pretty nice. For the most part, the instructions were decent enough to follow, although some of the instruction sets I do have query with. For example, there are a few times in instructions where they ask you to spin the piece around, and in every step, for like 3 or 4 steps, they kept asking you to spin the piece around. Not a fan of that. Wish I could just plug all the pieces in first and then just spin it around once or twice. Another thing I wasn't a big fan of is that sometimes some of the pieces are harder to understand because there is an extra tiny baggie of metallic stuff, which is good. They're an extra baggie because they're protected, but the downside is for any shiny pieces and any metallic pieces, they both have this little glow bit on there, and it doesn't actually say if it's a shiny or metallic piece. So you can get them mixed up because some of the pieces, they're the same piece, it's just like different colors. So use your own judgment, figure it out, and it's fine overall. So instructions can be a little bit on the clearer side, but overall I still managed to build the whole thing. The building process was okay, except a lot of the pieces are the exact same grayish color, which made it hard to find when sorting through the pieces. The bag's a little bit on the bigger side, so there are more pieces inside, easier to get mixed up. So in terms of building and stuff, I recommend the set for older kids. 14 plus does make sense. This is definitely not a set for younger children. Speaking of, here's the set. This thing and the box art and everything reminds me of those science toy shops or technology toy shops. You would go in there and see some microscopes or this little ball track things, or the metal ball would just keep rolling around, and different like fungus kits or little plant growing kits, stuff like that, like the little gimmicky science gimmicky shops. And this reminds me of something that you would see there, and it is, despite being mostly gray, the little bits of color that shows up. For example, the tongue piece here, there's neon green base, the blue eyes, and some of the sticker details. Those are really neat. The best features at the end, I'm going to show you that later. So Mark TO2, whatever that is, and there are some words there in Chinese. I can't actually read the first word because it's so sterilized. Something about machine-made shape or item. So yes, it's a machine-made chameleon. Does that make sense? Caution, TO2. So the sticker details, those are kind of neat. They just add a little bit of flair there. They're not too overbearing, not too big pieces. I was a little bit worried about this round piece going around the curve, but it went on there very nicely. Just get your finger around there and really rub in the glue, and it should look just fine. So on this side, it's more mechanical, and there are actually some bits of articulation there. You can move these joints, and they're plugged into this tree or plant base to keep it in place. It's still a little bit wobbly, but it's not coming off. During the building process, it was a little bit, some pieces did like to fall off, but once the whole thing is complete, it is pretty solid overall, except this piece. Now, this piece, they do have extra instructions. They sent me for an email because this tubing here is a little bit more on the complex side, but I didn't use those extra instructions, and it was okay for me to put it together. I was a little bit confused at the start. I was like, wait, does this go under or above? But once I finish the thing. I never looked at those instructions, so I was fine with that. There's also some articulation on this tail here with a little spike on the end. Scary. So mouth moves open just a little bit, and yeah, this eye rotates. So I'm gonna put that up. That's a bit more cute. Turning him over to the back, we have these giant green pieces here with a little bit of a silver spray on them to give it a shiny metallic look, more plant life here. And these legs, they are on like a round peg, but they do come off quite easily. This is a display piece, not like a toy piece, so you're not meant to move it around, look at and mess with it. So as on display, it's fine. See, it's fine. So yeah, conversation piece. Now the coolest feature is you have this piece here. I'm gonna unplug that. So there is a small round piece in there with a battery inside, so it looks like it's quite easy to be replaced. So we have a nice glowing tube here, and I want you guys to see this with the lights off. Now, since this isn't one of those sets with a lot of lights going on, instead of turning the lights off, I just dimmed it, and you see that looks kind of neat. When you turn it on, it's going to attract some attention. I kind of wish that there were a few more lights to go, maybe on the eyes or on the back with the transparent green pieces, or maybe some glowing lights on the lime green down here. That would have been really neat. But what we have here, it's kind of interesting. It's a mechanical robot thing, so a glowing tube. Yeah, makes sense. So there you go, pretty unique design display piece. It's interesting. A little bit on the harder side to build, but overall, once you get it done and put it up there, if this kind of aesthetic is to your liking, or you like some more out there designs to go on the shelf, or you want some sort of conversation starter where someone goes, what the hell is that? This fits the bill. The gray is a little bit on the duller side, but it highlights these neon green bits as well as this light tube. So thanks again to the company sending this over for a review. It's quite interesting. It's not quite my style of thing, so I'll be donating this and giving this to some lesser well-off children and teenagers, and I hope they enjoy it. And if you like what you see here, once again, don't forget to check out the discount code in the bottom below and check out some of their other items. Subscribe to Just and comment below, guys. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.